So yeah, I just wanted to throw together a quick review of the Fitness Reality multifunction adjustable power rack. It's basically the Fitness Reality half rack that you can currently buy on Amazon. When I bought it, it was around $250, and I bought it during the coronavirus, and it shipped out, you know, a few days later, which was fantastic because I must have just gotten lucky since there wasn't a lot of stuff shipping, especially off of Amazon during the quarantine. So the price is fantastic, and it's a pretty functional rack, honestly. As you can see, it's a little smaller than one of the other ones I have here right now, which is the Rogue SML series, but it's still fairly sturdy, especially for a half rack. You've got a cross brace here to keep it kind of stable, and it's not as tall as some of the half racks I've reviewed. Like the Hulk Fit half rack was a little more heavy duty than this for around the same price, but this is still pretty good. Now it does have a pull-up bar up here. A guy of my height, so I'm about 6'2", and that's not going to work for me even at the tallest, because it has different selectors, right? If I was to put it here and scoot it up, it would be taller, but it still wouldn't be tall enough for me to do pull-ups on. But that's normal, you know. I can't do pull-ups from the ground without, you know, bending my knees on a half rack. So that just depends on your use case, right? The J hooks that it comes with are actually pretty good. Now it's got these rubber protectors down here, and I don't know how long, because that material is not super tough. I'm not sure how long that would last with the bar constantly beating on that. My gut tells me that would not last that long, but still, the J hooks are functional. They work. They're a little smaller, but that's due to the size of the rack and the uprights, right? The tubing, the steel tubing they used. They did kind of a weird thing here. These mount points for the weights here, I've never seen ones that are just on the back here. It works, but the problem is this is more, it's too thin, right, for Olympic weights. I mean, that's going to move around quite a bit, but still, I mean, it serves its purpose. You can throw some weights up on there to kind of weight this thing down more, which with any half rack this light, you're going to want to avoid it from tipping over if you do have to drop the bar on the safeties. Although I really wouldn't recommend going regularly to failure on a half rack, because it's just not, unless you've got enough weight on the rack to counterbalance whatever you're going to be dropping here, then just get a full rack, honestly. That's at least my opinion. And the safeties, let me see if I can show you this. The safeties are a little bit strange because you see how they're angled downwards like that. So if you drop heavy weight, God forbid, on those safeties, I wouldn't think they could handle, honestly, about more than 300 pounds. They don't look super strong to me. Although the rack is weighted for, I believe, 800 pounds. I'll have to check in my article and double check that. But anyway, if you drop the bar on that, it's going to be rolling towards you, right? And that's not great. So be careful of that. One other interesting thing here is that it actually comes with a landmine attachment. Now it's a little janky because the only way to keep it on there is this, right? I mean, I forget the name of this while I'm making the video, but they have this that you connect, kind of like what you used to put on the bars, right? And that's it. It does seem to work. It's not coming off of there, and I'll be interested to try it, but that's kind of a good bonus, right? They have that on there. And that's really about it for this half rack. Overall, I'd probably give it a 3.5 out of 5, maybe a 4 out of 5, just because of the price. It's so cheap, and you do get a lot of value. And whether a half rack, also, you know, with a half rack like this, it takes up less space, which can be fantastic if you're in a limited space situation. But yeah, that's about it. Not a bad half rack for the price. Let me know if you guys have any questions.